All right, the market is doing better as I speak, but prior to this, frankly, it was depressing. So I am going to talk about how to be a crypto maximalist, what to do when crypto is falling apart, and how to keep your head straight, and then what to do next. Now, why crypto? There was a famous tweet posted in June of 2017 that's being referenced in a lot of big hedge fund chat rooms. Let's go through 3 lessons. 1, blockchain will replace networks with markets. So instead of the SWIFT dollar payment system, you'll have Bitcoin and Ethereum. If that makes no sense, how about this? Crypto equals freedom. Number 2, humans are the networked species, the first species to network across the genetic boundaries and seize the world. Crypto equals empowerment. The ability to buy, sell, hold, and eventually spend crypto will make you a more powerful human. Networks allow us to cooperate when we would otherwise go it alone. And networks allocate the fruits of our cooperation. Crypto equals humanity. Crypto can help make you a better person. Now, with the pep talk on our side, let's talk about how crypto took the China mining ban like a champ. This comes from the research of my personal favorite crypto house, Galaxy Digital. Let's talk about the China mining ban, and let's talk about how Bitcoin took it like a champ. So first of all the miners got kicked out of China, and guess what? All Bitcoin could do was go down about 50%, which, as a historian like Forrest will tell you, is relatively normal for Bitcoin. So you had an abnormal event create just a normal correction. So if the abnormal event should have created a huge down move and the market didn't go down huge, what's the market going to do? It's going to go up. Block creation in Bitcoin has slowed, but the network is still functioning. The hash rate fell, but the network is still secure. The shift away from mining in China is a demonstration of the network's resiliency. China, and this is me now, not Galaxy, China can't stop the movement towards global, inalienable property rights through crypto ownership. Communists want to control everything. Well, guess what? Blank you. Okay? The citizens of the world want property rights. Saylor's talking about it, and I don't even know if Saylor knows that Bitcoin just proved that you can't take property rights away from people by messing around with miners. The decentralized model held. Now, a brief chart R&D for Bitcoin. So I'm always looking to try new things. This is a 4-day chart of Bitcoin. I'm using Gann lines drawn off 2 critical points. One is December of 2017. The other is March of 2020. And I'm noticing a huge intersection of Gann lines around 30K. Not a surprise that Bitcoin cannot break this level. So the story of 30K is not just about Michael Saylor and big players or some even number. There's actual chart and Gann work behind 30K. I know the market is up as we're speaking. This was done earlier in the day. The bottom line is this, folks. 30K was it. It was it for this correction, and there's a lot more upside in Bitcoin. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin-related equities. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's stock, has not done much during the second half of the year, right? In other words, there was a big run up in Q1, but hasn't really done anything since. I believe this stock is about to take off again. I think everyone laughed at this guy for buying Bitcoin with borrowed money. And I think he just got on Twitter and he got on the tape and he basically gave you a more eloquent version of the pep talk that I just gave you. And people who are short this stock are going to wish they were never born, because I think this is going back to its all-time high. It's trading at roughly 550, and if it goes through 625, I believe it's going to make a new high. Now, my all-time favorite, total fanboy, Galaxy Digital. Objectively looking at the chart on a weekly basis, you had a nice bounce off $18.57. The stock trades in Canada. 1857 was not only a Gann line, but a 62% retracement level. And this reminds me of exactly what happened back in January of 2021, where you had 4 or 5 sideways, difficult candles, and then it just smoked to the upside. With the market trading the way it is as of this presentation, I'd be surprised if this didn't open up above 20. All right, now let's take a look at ETH on a tactical level. So I was looking at a 4-minute chart. ETH is actually $100 higher than when I put this chart together. So if you're watching this, a week or 2 weeks from when it's recorded, you will realize the power of the reversal that occurred on this Sunday. So I was looking at 1807 and noting that ETH held a big 62% retracement level, and it also held a prior high from June 21. Now, you might be asking yourself, Bill, why are you talking about a chart that's outdated already, like when you're talking about it? Well, because this is an example that buyers showed up, that once options expiration related selling, which is a mysterious thing, once that finally went away, buyers showed up on support. So this is the ETH version of the Bitcoin chart, except on a much lower time frame. Now, speaking of the ETH version of the Bitcoin chart, here's the 4-day look for ETH. Lo and behold, this chart's looking a heck of a lot better than when I generated it. I almost didn't put it in the deck, showing you that the professionals can get duped and can get down as well. So if you got down when this market was down, you had company. Trust me. Now, with this chart, if ETH is above 1900, you've got some really, really powerful evidence that the bottom is in and that this thing can turn around and go back up again. Now, that said, our quantitative analyst department has done some work on Token Metrics TV about having a put option in the pocket in case of a drop. So let's just take a brief moment to say, okay, if the world ended, what would happen to ETH? Well, it might go to 1,073. Do I think that's going to happen? F no, I don't. But crypto can humble you when you have a strong view. My point is this. If you see a 25 or 35 or 40% rally in ETH, it might be a good idea to take a look at that put option in the pocket just so you have a hedge just in case of a problem. You want to buy puts or hedges, not investment advice, when the market's going up, not when the market's going down. So tune in to Token Metrics TV to check out those options tutorials for crypto. Now, here comes the big shot. This one I can do whether the market's up or down. This is an influencer that we respect, Caitlin Long, who just came out and said, holy cow, the Federal Reserve, for the first time, explicitly called out by name Tether and stablecoins as a possible concern to the stability of the financial system, given how much of Tether and stablecoins have been created and how the Fed has absolutely no control over what happens with these stablecoins, which are pegged to the dollar, which is their job, as in their sort of national security related job, to control and monitor, right? The job of the Federal Reserve is to fight inflation and defend the currency. Okay, they're not doing a very good job of either, but their mandate is to keep an eye on the dollar. Now, that was kind of a big speech, I know, but check it out. If the Fed's upset about the dollar or stable coins, here's an idea. Get the F out of stable coins, right? Why do you want to stick around if the Federal Reserve or regulators clamp down on, I don't know, DAI, USDC, Tether? There's no case to own a stablecoin if the government's upset about it. Meanwhile, other cryptocurrencies, right, that the Fed's not going to get upset about, are on sale, 50, 40% markdown. So at the end of the day, owning big cap cryptos and getting out of stable coins, not investment advice, feels like a no-brainer. So my sincere hope is you didn't get too depressed when it got down. You didn't get too euphoric when it rallied Sunday night. My father, who was a broker for years, used to say, don't get too low on the lows and don't get too high on the highs. That's the market update. This is Bill Noble. We'll see you next time.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.